Adequacy of consideration is not required. That is, consideration need not be adequate. Now, for adequate, we have named this requirement with the letter A. Coming back to this requirement, consideration need not be adequate. Just 5 minutes ago, I told you that consideration is something which needs to be real, which has value in the eyes of law. So, when I am purchasing a house from you, it has value in the eyes of law. I'll pay 1 lakh for your house, or I'll pay 10 lakhs for your house, or I even may pay 1 crore, depending upon the value of the house. So let's assume your house is valued 10 lakhs and you want to sell it to me. But we negotiate and the price that we arrive for exchange is, let's say, 50,000 rupees. You'll be selling your house which is worth 10 lakhs for a price of 50,000 to me. Do you think this transaction will be considered valid by the Indian law or the Indian courts? Is this transaction valid, or it would be void just because consideration is not adequate? This agreement or this contract is 100% valid because you are getting something and in return I am getting something. I got house and you got money. So there is consideration for both the parties here. However, the only thing which is pinching is the consideration is not adequate, and the law says consideration need not be adequate. You are the owner, you are the person who is to decide how much you should get for your goods, how much you should get for your property. It may be adequate. You may sell your house for rupees 10 lakhs. It is worth 10 lakhs. You may enter into agreements wherein you are selling the house for 10 lakhs. The consideration would be adequate there. You may even enter into transactions wherein the price of the house is way below the market price. Like the example I gave. You sold your house to me for rupees 50,000. Now this is a price which is way below the market price. The market price is 10 lakhs. Yet this transaction, yet this contract is pretty much valid. This contract cannot be considered as void. You may even get into a transaction where you are selling your house which is worth 10 lakhs for rupees 50 lakhs. Look, it's between the parties. They are to negotiate. Seller is the owner, buyer is the prospective owner. So they both will decide the parties. Law will never interfere as far as adequacy of consideration is concerned. Law just wants that there should be something which is exchanged. There should be something which you get in return. There should be some benefit passed to the counterparty. How much does not fall in the domain of law. Law will not be bothered, not be considered as to how much is the consideration. As long as consideration is there, consideration is present, how much, law is not concerned. It is between the parties, they are free to decide. So, consideration need not be adequate.